Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Teacher's Lounge. And like usual, I'm joined by my fabulous wife and TA. Need another adjective there, really. I've already called you fabulous many times, haven't I?
Yeah.
Stupendous.
It's called me that too. Amazing, beautiful, intelligent,
Wonderful. That's not a very
wonderful,
inspiring.
inspiring, outgoing wife.
And TA, teaching assistant, Lauren Webster. And you have no idea what we're talking about today.
No, not really.
We're actually going to be talking about back to school because
You're back to school.
Yeah, well, you are next week. It's back to school
Yeah.
time. We've had a fabulous summer holidays.
Oh, it's been amazing. I might just spend the whole episode crying.
Yeah, and I was in school today and did a little bit of totting up and making sure everything is perfect, ready for Monday when the kids come back. And yeah, it hasn't been a dread for me to go back. Obviously, I really enjoy my job and it's fine going back. Obviously, sad that the holidays are over, but you know, I'm not going to cry about it or anything like that.
I might. No, we've had the best holiday and I like autumn. Autumn's my favourite month, so
Yeah. However,
picks me up to get into the next bit of the year.
yeah, before we get stuck in, do you know I think I told you before, we've reached over 800 subscribers now on YouTube.
It's amazing.
So we're averaging about 100
a week.
subscribers a week,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And
Yeah,
that's,
because when we were on holiday, we were on 500.
yeah, more than 500, yeah.
No, we were about 500-600.
Yeah,
weren't we?
we were. So we're doing absolutely fantastic, and yeah, it's just taking off. And I think I say this every episode. It is taking off, and you know, we've had Twinkle involved. We've had the fabulous people at the Positive Teacher Company send us some goodies. Did I tell you this? I bought another planner from there today.
No, you didn't tell me this.
I did buy another planner from there.
Ooh.
So you heard it here first. So not only the things they sent were amazing, I actually gave one of the planners to our new head teacher today.
Did you?
Yeah, because
That was kind.
it was a senior leadership planner.
Yeah, it's
So
not
it
really
had a lot
for
of
you,
stuff
was
in
it?
there about budgeting and learning walks and things like that. So
That's it. Butter up.
that's exactly what Glenn said.
Yeah, buttering her up. You know?
No, well, I wouldn't be able to use it, but I put my massive wall calendar up straight away. Put that on Instagram.
Oh, that's brilliant. I wanted that for home.
Yeah, that went straight up on Instagram. And then I used the student planner. I was looking through there, brilliant. And I thought, you know what? I need to get the teacher's planner. I need to get one. So I went onto the website, and I will say a lot of the designs are quite feminine. There was a nice slate design out of stock. A lot were out of stock. I think I lucked out
You were a
though.
bit late to get to the...
Yeah, I was a bit late. Unorganised.
Yeah.
But I was happy with my planner, but these planners are so much better. So I found a design which I thought wasn't over the top feminine. It was quite neutral. It was like some like heathers in the grass.
Oh,
and
nice.
yeah, it looked okay. So I thought I'd go for it. It's the content I'm after anyway.
Yeah.
That's
Could
inside.
Could always stick my face on top of it.
Could always do like a high school job and put my own front cover on it and
Cover it with the sticky plastic.
yeah.
Oh, those are the days.
Yeah.
I could never do it. My mum had to do it.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. But anyway, thank you everybody for your support on YouTube, on the podcast streaming services, Facebook, Instagram. Instagram's probably the best place to check us out if you're not already watching us on YouTube and things like that, where we do put some other posts on throughout the week. So we'll put the Instagram account on right now. But yeah, back to school. I don't mind. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to my new class. However, for some teachers, it is a massive cause of anxiety. And in the last segment, if you watched the last episode, we did a new segment where we took some advice. Well, we gave advice. People sent in their...
Not sure how good our advice was, but we tried our best.
We gave it a good shot. Again, we've...
Couldn't have been that bad if others have sent more in.
No, but we've got some more problems that we need to solve, and it's about going back to school after the summer holidays. So we'll see what you make of it. But yeah, good to be back. And it'll be a new challenge for us to keep doing this podcast amongst things during the school time. But it'll be nice because we can talk about current things that's going on.
Stories that happen, we can write them down and remember. Because I found it really hard to remember funny stories on the spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially because 11 years worth of being a teaching assistant at a number of different schools and educational settings, I probably had millions of funny stories to tell, but because it's been so long, it's really tricky to remember them.
And that's the thing. I think a lot of people assume that all our stories come from our current employer at the moment.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And we've worked at many other schools.
Yeah,
and
if you think about placements before we were even qualified, as well as other jobs, my first teaching assistant job was at a completely different school with a completely different background to children.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that.
Might edit that one out.
Yeah. Yeah, please do.
Yeah, anyway, going back to school, how do you find it going back to school? I mean, you've got another week before you go back.
It's always no one really wants to go back. It would be great if you could get paid and sit and enjoying your summer holidays all the time.
If you're a millionaire.
Yeah. I enjoy going back. I think it depends where I'm going back. If I'm going back to a new class, I do have a bit of anxiety about it. Like, I'm going to be in a completely different year group, which I've never been in when I go back now. But I feel better because I know the teacher well and he's brilliant, so I'm quite happy. But yeah, just little anxiety about the age group I'm going to be in, getting into the classroom routine. When you're in a new class with new colleagues and new children, you always worry what it's going to be like and if you can get into the routine, if you're going to get on with the people, especially when it's different. And no one likes. I don't like change very much, but change is good.
Yeah.
It is good. I am looking forward to it, but there's always that little bit of worry that you get when you're going through some sort of change in your life.
Yeah, definitely. Before we get on to the advice about going back to school, and we read out some of the worries that some of our listeners and viewers have sent us, I'm going to ask you a very controversial question now.
Oh dear.
Is 6 weeks too long for summer holidays? Or I'll rephrase that and put it another way. Are the summer holidays too long?
No. They're not long enough. No, I think 6 weeks is good because the first 2 weeks you're just easing yourself into it, and then you get a chance to start enjoying it then.
Yeah.
And like when you have 1 week, you cram so much into that 1 week, you don't actually switch off and have a break. 2 weeks, you're just about switching off. So with the 6 weeks, you completely switched off. You've had some time to yourself, time to your family, time to sort your life out. I found what I do in the summer holidays is sort my house out. I have tidied, sorted, got rid of all of the rubbish in our house.
Yeah, and it's about recharging, isn't it?
Yeah, and I just feel refreshed and ready to go back to school now. I need my routine.
Yeah, and I agree. I think it's fine as it is. And what loads of people don't realise, and I've been very lucky this year because I've stayed in the same classroom, but in previous years and this year, colleagues that we work with, they've had to come in over the summer holidays to prep their room, to sort everything out, get resources. That takes a long time.
Well, to move complete classes sometimes.
So I would say, from what I know, from the amount of days that some of our colleagues have been in, they've easily used up a week just sorting that out. Yeah. Hi, Moo. The dog's joined us.
Hello, darling. Okay.
So that's 1 week gone straight away. However, I follow a lot of teachers. Well, the Teachers Lounge on Instagram follows a lot of other teachers, and I was gobsmacked the amount of teachers that weren't moving classrooms. They're so dedicated that they were in, they easily dedicated another week. They were rebacking walls, making their own displays. And of course, they're doing it on their own because they're coming in during the holidays. So it takes a lot longer than it would. And you can't always do it during term time.
Especially if you're short, it's very difficult to do it on your own.
So
I think most teachers spend one day or a couple of days, even if they're not moving classrooms or changing anything, just pottering, getting stuff right.
You've always got stuff to do.
Backing boards, deciding what displays are going to go where.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So anyway, let's have a look at some dilemmas that we have. Dog's decided to go again. So these have all been sent in to the Teachers Lounge. Some are quite sad, you know.
Aww.
So let's try and give the best advice we can.
I hope you end on a happy one, though.
I'm just going through.
To tell one of our jokes.
Yeah. The majority are to do with going back to school, but there are some others that we could give some advice on. Okay, let's start with... We've got some from TAs and we've got some from teachers. Right, here we go. Anonymous. Hi. I'm starting as a year 3 teacher. I'm going to school tomorrow to start setting up, exactly what we were talking about. Very anxious and I feel unprepared, even though I know I've done a lot. Any tips and advice for the first week back and the year ahead? Okay, I'll jump in.
Yeah, I was going to say.
My favourite motto, I've got a lot, but my favourite motto and phrase that I say a lot is failing to plan is planning to fail. I say that a lot and it is so true. So this person has put here, even though I know I've done a lot. So I would just say, if you know you've put the work in and you've done a lot of planning, you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine, because if something does pop up that could stress you out, you should be prepared for it. So I think as long as you know that you've done all you can do, that's all you can do. There's no point worrying about other unknown factors that may pop up. They would pop up anyway.
Definitely, yeah. And the first week is getting to know the children, really, getting them into a routine, get yourself into a routine. I'm sure you'll have other colleagues that will help you out if you're a bit stuck on the routine or anything that you need to do in the first week. But usually, first week back is settling in, getting to know your children.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. You'll smash it.
Yeah. It is just, sometimes when you're ill and you have, just one day off, you do get anxiety going back. You feel like you've missed something, but just think everyone will be in the same boat. Right. Oh, we have one from Rachel here. Hi, everyone. I'm currently a year 2 TA. Oh, this is like you. I'm currently a year 2 TA and I'm leaping up to year 6 in September.
I'm reception. I was reception to year 5, 6, so I'm like an even bigger jump.
As excited as I am for the challenges, I'm feeling a little nervous about things that come with older children. Wondering if anyone has had any hints, tips, or hacks, please. So this is happening to you, isn't it? You're going up to year 6, 5 and 6.
Yeah, and I'm really used to the little ones.
Yeah. I mean, what I will say, because I was a year 1 and 2 teacher, and I've now moved up to year 3 and 4, so I've been there a while now. I would say the independence factor is great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, really good, because they are so much more independent. I think the only thing you're going to have to adapt to is the standard of work. So,
and the attitude, I imagine year 5, 6 big fish in little fish in
Big fish.
big fish in a little pond,
Yeah.
and they're getting more ready to leave to go to high school.
So you may get a little bit more, you know,
A bit more attitude, and,
cheekiness possibly.
yeah, pushing their luck a little bit maybe.
I mean, but other than that, they're
I
pretty
think
good, aren't
just
they?
treat them as, don't treat them as young children like reception. Treat them as young adults. Speak to them with respect, and I would hope that they would give you the respect back.
Yeah, I think that's true, because if you start being a bit condescending to them, they don't respect you, do they?
No.
I think you're
Like,
right.
be their friend, but know where the line is. Know that not to draw that line.
Well, yeah, be their teacher first and their friend second,
Yeah.
and don't be scared to, you know, put them
Yeah.
in their place if needs be, and, you know,
But then we
remind
were
them
all
of the
teenage
rules.
once. We know that
Yeah.
that sort of age is quite tricky. All the emotions and the hormones and things like that. So they need someone to be
Support them.
approachable, to support
Yeah, It's a
them.
hard time.
There's going to be a lot of emotions they're not understanding, that they're going to need somebody to be there for them.
Yeah.
So it's knowing that you've got to be that support, but at the same time you need to be that guider, the one that does need to discipline them if they need discipline.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's going to be getting a balance, isn't it?
Okay, we've got another anonymous here. I've worked as a teaching assistant for almost 8 years, and this year will be my 4th in reception. I love it. However, when I go back, my role will be to support a one-to-one who has diabetes, which you have also done. This is good for you.
Yeah.
The whole of the reception team will have had training on the first day back, and the person who was supporting the child in nursery will be there with us for a month before going on maternity leave to help us. Still, I'm absolutely terrified and would rather not have that kind of responsibility, as I do not feel confident. I'm sure there will be someone in the school who would feel competent and confident for the role. I just don't. I suppose my question is, does anyone know whether I can refuse, or will I just have to do it? Now
I think you could refuse. However, being a TA, you need to be flexible. It is a big responsibility, but it's more daunting because you don't know. Once you've done it for so long, it's like second nature. And every child with diabetes is different. So once you know the child you're working with, you'll know all the signs.
Yeah, I would say give
And
it a go.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed working with the child I worked with that had diabetes. I absolutely loved being there with her through the whole of her journey. It's hard at times, and you do feel an awful lot of pressure on times. But if as I did it as myself and one other colleague that worked with this child, which I found hard because we were both relying on each other and there was no one else to beck and call on.
Well, like I was going to say, this person has said that they're going to have that support there for the first month before they go on maternity. So my advice would be, let your head teacher or senior staff know how you're feeling, but say, look, I'm willing to try, and use that time where you have that experienced colleague wisely. Don't let them do everything. While you have that experienced colleague there, say to them, okay, let me have a go and try and do this independently. Only help me if I really need it. And then if you do make a mistake or are about to make a mistake, they can then jump in while you have them there. And if during the time when she is there to help you, you're still out of your depth, then you need to say then to your senior staff or management, look, I've given it a really good go with somebody here, and I still can't do it. I don't feel confident.
Yeah, 100%. And if they're all being trained in that class, that's a really good support system. You're all in it together. You're all learning together. You can all support each other. I think give it a go, see how you feel, and you might love it.